It's time to give your spider plant some love. Hi friends, welcome back to Botanical Woman. I'm Christine. Today I'm going to repot my spider plant. It has been long overdue, and also give you tips on what not to do to your spider plant. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to grow along with us. Here we have an excellent example of a very underwatered spider plant. The first exhibit is these very brown leaves, along with these very brown tips. We're going to snip them all off today before we repot the plant. I'm hoping that we won't need to size up, but we will see when we unpot it and look at the roots and see how that's doing. This plant has taken a lot of abuse. It happens. I try not to beat myself up about neglecting my plants too much. Just hoping this will make it happier. I got this plant at IKEA and it was quite small when I first got it, but these things grow, especially if they're happy, they grow pretty quickly. So I can see why it's such a wonderful plant to have in the house. It has been taking a beating from me, and the fact that it's still alive, like if this was a calathea, you know, she'd be long gone. This guy's still around. It's super easy, super tough plant. It's a champion. It's a plant of champions. That is what I'm gonna call spider plants. Got some boxing gloves on. It's getting plenty of light. You know, it lives in the shelf, so that's not really been a problem. Yeah, so just been neglecting the spider plant mainly because of, I guess, this pot. I know it seems like a crazy excuse, but you know, it's a big plant, and this pot alone weighs a ton. So I just never really wanted to bring it over to the sink. I really do like doing that with a lot of my plants. I feel like it's really beneficial to bring them over to the sink and give them a good shower, because it just like helps with pest control, gets the dust off. I don't know, I just think it does a lot of good for the plant. So I'm just taking off all the yellow leaves as well. And if you want to remove the brown tips, you can. I usually don't, because I'd be here all day if I did. I just leave it. And I don't give this plant any kind of special water. I'm fine that it has some brown tips, because it doesn't necessarily mean it's unhappy. I've never tried giving this plant distilled water. If you feed your spider plant with distilled water, I'd love to hear from you to see if it's true that it doesn't get brown tips because of it. Because it says that it's sensitive to the fluoride, or you know, the harsh chemicals in the water. And I use tap water to water my calatheas, and I feel like they're pretty sensitive. So these leaves they're wilted. Poor baby. Don't underwater your spider plant. Okay, I think that's enough cleaning up. So what I learned watching somebody, and I don't remember where I watched this from, but they just took a piece of rope twine and you just tie this up into a ponytail to make it more manageable. It just keeps it together so it gets to move as one rather than 20,000. Okay. Ta-da! So now that it's in its ponytail, it is super easy to deal with. I'm just gonna take our trowel, loosen it up. It was very pot bound when I put it in here, so I'm curious to know what it looks like now. It's ready, maybe? Nope, not ready. Baby, not ready yet. Bertha's coming. Bertha's coming! Oh, wait. Bertha's too fat for her hole. on, Bertha. Struggle's real, guys. Come on. Yeah. Cool. Okay, lie down. Not bad. All right, let's take a look at this root ball. This is what a very dried root ball looks like, especially this root. Very dry. It's a little bit mushy from it too. So I'm gonna just tease this out a little bit. It is very dry. I feel like the medium is pretty loose though. Yeah, you can tell that it's underwatered. These roots are not happy. Super limpy. Like they're supposed to be really firm and they're just not right here. I feel like we're not super pot bound, not yet anyway. So in theory, we could use the same pot again, but I think I'm gonna change it. So the medium is pretty loose, so I don't think I'm gonna have to tease it out that much. I don't know if I should trim these. I think I'm gonna leave them. Like they don't look good, but the ends are okay. All right, I'm just putting it into another pot. It's a different shape too, so we'll see if that fits. I'll be right back. So this is a 2-gallon nursery pot that I just have from a plant that I bought a while ago. So I just want to size it up to see that it fits, and it does, so perfect. So this is where it's going. It's getting a much bigger pot, so that I don't have to water it as much. Is that a good theory? I'm gonna take that as a yes. So the mix is, just a lot of perlite. So when you pot up, when you're going from 2-inch, 4-inch, 6-inch, the size matters because as I've realized that you go from like 6 to 8, which is a pretty big jump, you're getting the mass, meaning the root ball area, is getting more and more, it's getting bigger, right? It's increasing in volume. So when it's doing that, it's holding more moisture as you're sizing up because you have a bigger ball of dirt around it. Is to actually use potting medium that's more coarse because you don't want to use the same density. You want it to be looser so that it's more airy and it dries out more. So the bottom line, what I'm trying to tell you is that as you are sizing up, especially when you go from 6 to 8 inches in a pot, you should really add a lot more drainage to your potting medium so you don't get root rot. So I think we're getting there about the right size. Yeah, this is going in. Not bad. Not bad. You did a good job estimating. The dust always makes my throat super itchy. Was that too much on one side? I feel like it was pretty centered. I like to just press down the edges with a fork to help compact it a little bit. Just started doing this recently and I kind of like it. There's some roots sticking out right there. Let's try to cover you up. No, I love my forks. And then I can eat pasta with it. Just kidding. There we go. I think we're ready. Shall we let her beautiful hair flow? Should we do like a Head and Shoulder commercial? Here we go, guys. Here's the big reveal. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Head and Shoulders. All right, just gonna bring it over there and give it a good watering. Since this is new, meaning this is freshly potted up, I'm going to drench it a little bit longer than I normally would. I want all the medium to get wet. They tell you to moisten the medium before you pot with it, and I never remembered to do that. And plus I don't really like working with wet soil, so I don't know. Maybe not the best thing, but if you guys want to try it, let me know how it goes for you. I hope this video has helped rekindle the love between you and your spider plant. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I always love hearing from you guys. Until next time, happy growing.